What's going on, everybody? Today is Monday, June 15th, 2026. Welcome to episode 20 of the To the Window Sports Betting Podcast. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. My name is Chris. I am your emotional / sometimes reasonable bettor, and I'm joined today and every time I'm on this podcast by the chairman of the Women's National Basketball Fan Club, and that is Mr. Jemiah. Jemiah, what's going on, brother? How are you feeling? How are you living? How are your mentals on this beautiful Monday?
I am doing A-okay, even though I just lost fucking Spain.
Yeah.
I took them to score over a goal and a half in the first half, but they suck. So there's that. But it's been a week. From a sports betting perspective, it's been okay. Just kind of treading, and I'm in between apps right now, so I'm trying to track where we were at with certain bets on the week. But between the two apps and had money in Polymarket that I'm starting to use for baseball and for the World Cup and shit, I'm losing track between both apps and smoking a bunch of weed. So that keeps me confused. But we've had a good couple of days from a betting perspective, but some people just suck, and I'll just leave it at that. Like, in general, people just take shit for granted, and they're not very appreciative, and they're not grateful, and it makes me realize that I just need to have an attitude of gratitude, and I'm going to keep it that way and let them be assholes. And that's about it. It's just seeing, like, it's with the NBA finals and shit. Like I said before we started, basketball fans are the worst. They're the most fair weather, and they yell the most, and they debate the most, and they know the least. Between that, and this is no offense to you, but between that and soccer people,
oh yeah,
soccer people make me crazy. And the ones that don't know the game, that talk like they just know the game, when I'm looking at it from a betting perspective, not to sound, I just start naming off names from teams and shit like that, but from a betting perspective, when somebody's talking about, it's just like, man, oh my god, shut up, because this shit right here in about this Spain Cape Verde match in about fucking 15 minutes is gonna fuck a lot of parlays.
Yes, this is my hand in the air. I'm one of them.
Yeah, it's bound to happen on one.
For
you know
sure.
what I'm saying? But like this past weekend, like, some of the results were not shocking. I wasn't surprised by a lot this weekend. Today is what's surprising to me. This is pretty wow.
Fully agree. And I also think your thought on soccer fans, and we've got obviously a lot more time to talk about this today, but I do think there's a bit of, like, every 4 years it's I know a little bit about this, or I went here, or like my dog's name is Arse, so I love Arsenal. Like, I'm just making shit up now, but like,
yeah,
like, everybody wants to take part, and I think in their own way. I don't think people's intentions are bad, but I just think that in trying to make whatever quantum leap they're making, whether they're from New York and now adopting the Knicks because they're in the finals, or they're adopting insert country named here because the World Cup's going on. Like, I think that in a lot of cases, people mean well, but the way they're going about it, to your point, is just shut up. If you don't know what you're talking about, just
own it, man. If you're just showing national pride, show some fucking national pride. Because when the U.S. is playing, you know who I know who's on that team? Christian Pulisic. That's all I fucking know. Go Amen. USA. Goddamn. I'm not saying shit else. I'm like, oh, they're in a 4-4-3 with the what the fuck? No, I'm not. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Go fucking USA. That's fucking it, dude. Like, like, I don't care if you know our fucking left wing center back motherfucker. I don't care. Go USA. Now, if you do know it and you got stats to back it up, and you've been watching these cats at their respective clubs internationally, and you really follow the shit, shouts out to you, respect.
Yeah.
But like you said, once every 4 years, all of a sudden, you're goddamn Tata Martinez. Man, get the fuck out of here. Like, you don't know what the fuck. Like, stop.
It's every 4 years, everybody's an expert on soccer, and then, like, every election cycle, everybody's got a degree in political science. So it's the same. Like, I'm with you, and so, but between the ears, in spite of Knicks fans, in spite of annoying soccer fans like me, you good? You feeling good? Energy okay?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I text you yesterday. Like, I'm not leaving my fucking house for. I mean, I might go do some shit tomorrow, but I'm not doing shit today. I'm doing this podcast today. I've got one NCAA football preview done. Actually, that's a lie. I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 5 of them done, but I've got 5 previews done, 10 teams season previews done. but I added one element because I'm an idiot and a douchebag and I want to make my life difficult. I added an extra element to the NCAA football previews to make things harder. But I've got those coming out in some solo videos. I keep saying I'm going to do it. I said it last week, but I think mentally I was waiting on this NBA finals to be over.
Yeah, I get
And
that.
now that it is, congratulations to Knicks fan. Not congratulations to the Knicks, not to the Knicks fans.
That's fair.
Jalen Brunson deserves it. Cat deserves it. That team deserves it. Mike Brown deserves his flowers. He's a really good coach. And they were just a better team. And the Spurs were just, they don't have a clutch gene in their body. Dylan Harper does, and he's going to be great. And they're going to be in the finals. 5 out of the next 6 years.
Yeah.
Barring OKC going to get Giannis, which is a real possibility.
Or injuries to Wemby. That's
injuries to Wemby. Giannis might also end up with the Knicks. That's on the table. And Miami is on the table. But that's a whole fuck the NBA. I'm good.
Well, we'll come back to it because they were talking this morning as well about Giannis to Boston, and the only way to make that happen is a 3-teamer, which would move Jaylen Brown to Atlanta.
Portland or Atlanta.
Hey, I'll pick him up from the airport. He won't need me to. He's got a long line of homies. But
that's where he played ball here. Yeah.
That's, yes, to your point, credit to the Knicks as an organization. 53 years is a long time. Now the team with the longest wait in the NBA after them is your Atlanta Hawks. So, it's us and the Sacramento Kings.
That's really?
Yes, I saw the stat on the only bit of Game 5 I saw before I went to bed was that graphic popping up, I think at the end of the third quarter, start of the fourth, and I was like, this is not a list I want to be on in any sport. And then because it's the Knicks coming off now, it's now granted everybody's gonna have their head so far up their butt about the Knicks that I guarantee you no one's gonna be talking about that about the Hawks. So
these people are gonna be incorrigible.
My sister asked me when I'm coming up to visit her in Brooklyn, and I said 2032.
My old lady's brother sent a picture of him and his wife. They live they live well. They're right outside of Washington Square Park, and they're kind of walking. It's just them standing in the street, and the picture was captioned "Pandemonium," and it's just them standing there and people walking around because it's a rich neighborhood, so nobody's doing shit. And I'm like, right, that's your pandemonium. Check out the Benchwarmers parking lot here in Atlanta where they're lighting off fucking fireworks like assholes. It was fucking. I'm kidding. The motherfucker lit off the fucking fireworks. Sorry, I thought Cape Verde is fucking doing their thing, man. They just showed the fans. I thought they fucking scored. I freaked out. But my officer on duty Saturday night walks in. I'm doing my janitorial duties as the manager of a bar, which is bussing tables and running food. And he walks in, kind of shakes my hand, and yada yada yada. And then the fireworks go off. Come to find out, he's a Knicks fan. He doesn't give a fuck. So he parks his truck with the lights still on, and they light more fucking fireworks. While he was there, and I was like, you know what, man? Hey, man, marbles. Sure. Kudos to you, man. But the cop was in such a good mood. He was just like, and he's not an older cat. He's about our age, but he was just in such a good mood. He didn't give a shit. And you know what? Good on him.
In the alternative.
Yeah, I don't want anybody to go to jail, or as long as they weren't going to set anybody's car on fire. I don't think, but
well, there's a lot of other follow-up comments I could make to that story, and I'm just going to leave them right here between the two ears. But congrats to the Knicks, and congrats to the Carolina Hurricanes, I guess, who won the Stanley Cup last night. Yeah,
that was Wise Guys were hammering that, dude. When they, if I'm not mistaken, they lost game 1. Yeah, they doubled down on it. Then when they tied it up, they hit them again. They just kept hitting Carolina, and that's when I knew. I didn't put a bet in yesterday. I should have, but that's what I knew. I knew game 6 was it. It wasn't going 7. Home ice, the goalie situation for VGK, it just wasn't a good situation. So good on VGK for getting there again. Yeah. When that city wins 1, they're gonna fucking deserve it. That's gonna be good for them. So
Vegas? They just won 3 years ago.
Was it? Did they really? I thought they lost.
They've been to 3. They've lost 2. They won 1. They did
win 1. Okay.
They beat Florida. I think they beat Florida before Florida won back to back.
That makes sense.
So.
Oh yeah, that was probably before COVID. Yeah, that was while I was still drinking.
No
wonder I don't remember.
We're gonna confirm that timeline while you're talking WNBA. Very quickly on today's show, because I can tell you about my mental health and get us off.
Yeah, sorry to rant about my own. Go ahead.
No, hey, we all need time and space to talk, brother. What do you think we're doing here? As you and I are both watching Cape Verde in the 92nd minute with
unbelievable
minutes of stoppage time. This is wild.
My old lady's bartending at this hotel, dude. They're going to be some drunk bucks
Man,
and some
better get to
dude.
work on that sangria and maybe water it down. Don't make it too spicy.
Man, I'm telling you seriously, like, good God, man, because they man. Speaking of price gouging here in Atlanta is crazy. Blanton's is a whiskey,
Yeah,
apparently.
apparently.
So they have Jameson at our hotel that's $14.
Okay.
Blanton's was $36 a shot for an ounce and a half, $40 for 2 ounces.
Okay.
Now they're charging $51 for Blanton's ounce and a half.
But people are paying for it.
All of it. They don't give a fuck. It is unreal. It is.
I want to come back to this sentiment because it blends into some of the stuff we're going to talk about today. Very quickly, because nobody cares. My mental health is relatively okay. I was not in good health last week. I told you as much. My pod last week was shit, just in time for the World Cup. Finally feeling better.
Which one? I listened to it.
When we did this last week, either way, I didn't feel good about it. But I'm fine.
You were great last week. Shut up.
Thank you. Checks in the mail. But no, it's good to finally be feeling better. And I think that part of it, like, it kind of ties into some of the things you brought up today, is like a little bit of like and I know you and I have talked about this privately, so I won't go all the way out there for the internet, but like when something's not quite right, it makes you question other things. Like, it's a slippery slope when it comes to your mental health. If like I know for me, like, if my head is fucked up on something else now, it means like I'm not a good dad or I'm not good at this, blah, blah, blah. Like I'm really good at like digging a trench for myself to get into. And so last week when you're not sleeping and you're not feeling well, I feel like that was kind of like just snowballing into other shit.
It compounds, yeah.
And so, because I'm sitting here on Thursday and I'm like, and like, it's not like I'm living a different life or anything, just I'm unwell. But when you're unwell, you think everything else is bad and you think you're being received a certain way. So it's great to be sitting here today being like, I'm rested, everybody's good, I feel better, energy is good. And honestly, like, and we are at a time where there's a lot of like know-it-all soccer fans and all these schmucks out there, which I desperately try not to be. There's one thing I hate. It is pretentious. It is my number one pet peeve in the world. The thing that is also giving me joy, man, is watching all these people from fucking England and Australia go to Buc-ee's, go to Waffle House. The fucking dude who came here, like the World Cup is great for footy. And you and I can talk about all the things that are wrong with like FIFA and all the circumstances around this tournament. It's been said a billion times, and we try not to do that here. No. Not going to do it now. It has given me so much joy by proxy to see people come over here and be like, have you ever been in a Bass Pro Shop? What the fuck is this place? Pulling up fucking like 2 gallon or 2 gallon jugs of Hawaiian Punch. Holy shit, 0-0 final. Spain official. Draws with Cape Verde. Good Lord.
Parlay. Oh my God.
But like, dude, it's the point. Anyway. These Cape Verde fans that are here in Atlanta at this match, if you're sitting next to one of those people right now, you're having a moment that is life changing. You're now like from Cape Verde, who apparently like a Creole nation by proxy. Like, the party that's going to happen for these people with the Spanish, like at a time where we've all been so crazy and stressed and like everything sucks in so many places. And you see South Koreans making out with Mexicans in the street. We're making K-pop Demon Hunter babies actively all over Guadalajara right now. You got Bosnians taking over Toronto. The Scottish have drank Boston out of beer, and it's only been one match. And now you got Norway coming through. You got this shit happening in Atlanta. You got Brazilians celebrating the Knicks win. Like, this is
why.
This is the good shit. This is life. This is not all this other stuff. And so I hope that, like, whether or not people live in a place, you and I are very fortunate. This match is 20 minutes from our house. There's 8 other ones happening. And there's events everywhere. Y'all, if you live in a place where any of this shit is happening, go take part in it. Even if it's just a drive-by. Go watch a game. I'm going to watch a U.S. match with Jemiah on Friday. Go watch a match somewhere. Do something. Drink the shit in. Because so much of this has been hard for all of us for so long. And take a breath. Have some fucking fun with everything that this World Cup is. Because the people that are coming here are having fun with it.
Yeah, so, and honestly, for the people that are coming here, and shouts out to Spain for just showing love to Cape Verde for their performance. The score is secondary.
Yeah, 100%.
The score is secondary. This is an experience for most of these people that are coming over here. And right now, from everything I've seen, it's just been a beautiful experience. It's been fucking great. Like, this tournament is great. From the people taking in Uzbekistan and Kansas and their practices.
Yeah.
Algeria, whichever, you know.
Man, my bad.
Yeah, but I mean, to them, just the community in Kansas, just, you know what? The extreme sides of both, whatever politics you're on, doesn't matter. It's the welcoming in of other countries into this country. That is the fucking point.
Yeah. And
that's why we're doing this. Like, that's why they had this tournament. This is the point in this tournament, and that's why that's why we're doing this podcast. Betting is secondary.
Yeah.
Still talking about life, and still want to be right about some bets, but life's still life, man.
This is, and I think like you and I were like, oh, it's kind of weird. Like nobody's like training in Atlanta. Like Uzbekistan had their training camp here, but like most people went to like Kansas City or Spain was up the road in Chattanooga. And I'm like, why would they go to these like smaller towns like that? And to your point, like Algeria going to Kansas, and you're seeing like that's a community now that has changed because that team was there. Like and actually what the teams have done right. I don't know who planted this bug in these guys' seeds, but it was like go to small college towns. Like get off the fucking grid, go somewhere where they may or may not care that you're there, but the people who care are going to be all into it. Like Congo is taking over Rhode Island, and like that's going to be awesome for those people. Like there's just so many of these moments that like I haven't said in a while, but I said it like Friday night when the match started, and I know we got to get into the show now, but like
yeah, actually we should just go with World Cup stuff the way we're flowing.
When I see shit like that, it makes me proud to be in this country. Like
yes,
like it
finally
fucking like I will not lie. Friday night when I put my kid down to go to sleep and I'm sitting here on the couch, I'm fucking getting goosebumps just talking about it. I was like, this is fucking wild. This is happening here. And it's not all the dumb shit. And it was just beautiful. And
it was great.
And God, the weekend so full of fucking incredible. Well, now we're here. It's Monday afternoon, 2:00 Eastern. But like the footy's been great. The fans have been great. We just had another upset, and the result that wasn't was Spain. Like, by the way, this now means only 2 European nations have won so far in this tournament. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So Germany, and I'm now forgetting the other one the second I said that. But I'm sure you can look it up real fast, or I can look it up. But only 2 European nations, as of time of recording, have won a match. Mexico won, South Korea won, nobody in Group B won. Scotland. Yeah. Fucking Scotland. So the 2, like Scotland, and I just forgot my fucking train of thought. In Germany. Yeah. Like
Scotland and Germany did their goddamn thing. Like, fuck.
Sure. So I think like quick recap on what we've seen, and please jump in here, because I think that with the matches we've seen, and the quality I think has gotten better as the days have gone on. I'll come back to the US here at the end before I get into today and tomorrow. I think that the biggest surprises for me so far, as I'm looking back through the table to make sure I don't miss anything, Qatar getting a draw with Switzerland was wild.
Huge.
Their first ever points. That completely screws up Group B. Admittedly, like Bosnia and Canada on Friday, we watched that game. Canada had approximately 700 shots on goal and only scored 1. Couldn't buy
Those boys were tight and nervous and squeaky bum time.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. So like,
yeah, they were nervous.
I don't know. Like, could Qatar come out of Group B in a playoff spot now? Like, man, maybe. I don't know. Like, is the moment too big for Canada? And I now understand very quickly why the books wouldn't let me bet all those third matches of the group stage that I identified. They're going, oh, we can't bet this right now. Man, there's a reason. And
yeah, there's some these fuckers know, man.
They know.
They know.
So between that and then Morocco and Brazil on Saturday.
Morocco and Brazil was fucking crazy.
Morocco should have won. Shout out to my motherland, Scotland, getting it done over Haiti. But Haiti, like even the bad teams in this tournament, sans Curacao, with all the love in the world to Curacao, but they don't care. They're having fun. Even they're
partying.
Good. Like Haiti had some guys who were trying to make plays. Like nobody is intimidated because all these guys are watching each other all day, every day, all around the planet and whatever league and club they're at. Right. So that happened. We're going to revisit Group D here in a second with the U.S. Germany did what they were supposed to do. Ivory Coast and Ecuador last night was not as
Ivory Coast scored that goal.
89th minute. So,
I was going to turn it on and I didn't. I'm glad I didn't. I'd have been freaking out.
I was about to live bet it because I was big on Ecuador beforehand. I mean, both of those teams are still going to go through. I mean, Curacao is dead now, but yeah, not the most entertaining game at times to watch, but the one that was fun yesterday, and you've got to be a little worried if you're a Dutch supporter. Japan just would not die against the Dutch.
Yeah, there's one bet I hit. I took the over 2.5 in that one, so that was nice. But I took the Ecuador and Ivory Coast to draw. That didn't happen, obviously. But these, I'm thoroughly impressed because I thought this was going to be dog shit. with
That's
such
all.
heavy fucking favorites. Like, I really thought, and these countries are really showing pride and they're
Yes,
really playing hard. It's really impressive. It really is.
brother. I would not be shocked. We got another match starting in an hour between Belgium and Egypt. I wouldn't be shocked if Belgium lost that. Like the way this tournament is going, unless you're Germany, everybody out there is like, we don't care who we're going against. It's for the badge. In this case, our country. But
Yep.
we're going for it. I don't give a shit who you are. And so
Yeah, I don't care what your name is.
yeah,
Lamine Lamal, great.
yeah.
Maybe you
Came off
should
the bench.
maybe you should have started him, Spain,
Boy,
instead of
man.
bringing him off the bench.
You know what? And the one name I was thinking about before this tournament started, I don't even know if he got on the pitch today or not. Nico Williams for Spain, who was a game changer for them in the Euros. He can't, if Lamine is not 100%, you have another guy out there who's fast as shit, who scores 25 goals a year in La Liga. You get him out there too. But yeah, they look tight today. The Dutch looked tight yesterday. I don't think the Dutch are. I haven't been high on the Dutch for a minute. Brazil showed me they're every bit as meh as I thought they would be. Sweden beating up on Tunisia last night doesn't tell me anything I didn't already know. But yeah, man, these little teams are going for it. So it makes me getting into, well, I guess let me finish up with the US and then we'll move into stuff for this.
Well, hang on. Before you do that, Australia, Turkey. Was that surprising to you? Because I was watching that.
Yeah. I probably should have mentioned that, huh? So
I was watching, well, yeah, we got to play them Friday, but I was watching that on, when was that? Friday night? Yeah.
Yeah, it was
It was at midnight because it was right after the Knicks one. I think it was after the Knicks one or whatever. I got done doing my duties at work and I came home, turned this on, and I'm yelling at the screen for Australia for no reason. My dogs think I'm crazy, but they played fantastic. They look good.
Perfect segue into what we have coming this Friday.
Yeah.
And the U.S.
concerningly good.
Concerningly good is a perfect way to put it. And literally at my day job, before we recorded this, I just wrapped up a meeting where the C-suite member I talked to is Australian, and she was talking cash money shit, and she has every reason to. Because, and I'm just going to go ahead and look at it since we're talking about it. What is that number going to look like for Friday when the U.S. and Australia play? Right now, U.S. favored minus 130, plus 460 for Aussie. I'll tell you right now, you know which way I'm going in this? I'm going draw. I'm going draw all day, every day. And the reason for it is the U.S. showed us, I'm going to give you a little bit of a game recap into why I'm betting this bet on Friday. The U.S. did a great job pressuring the ever-living shit out of Paraguay, forcing turnovers deep in their final third. They put some passes together. And most importantly, you have a striker who can score for the first time in forever, since Clint Dempsey anyway.
Yeah.
And so you punish Paraguay because you're just consistently reporting or just enforcing those mistakes to occur, right? Mauricio Pochettino, his teams play with that intensity. That's the reason you're up 3-0 at halftime. Yeah, get Christian Pulisic the fuck out of there. Tell him to sit on the bench, get that boy a Capri Sun and some orange slices and say, stay loose, hydrate, we'll see you in Seattle on Friday. You didn't need them, and you had the depth for the first time to keep that going. We saw that ultimately produce itself in the 26 passing sequence before Gio Reyna scores the beautiful goal. Favela or whatever the fuck it's called. Not a favela, but I don't know.
The Vuvuzela?
Yeah, the Vuvuzela that he scored. That's our new term for wonder goals here at To The Window. But the thing about that match is Paraguay, when they were able to get forward, Paraguay still scored and they barely had the fucking ball. So when you play these teams, like in Australia, like Japan showed yesterday against the Dutch, you make one turnover and you got boys who can fly on the wings or a striker who can just fucking run through people like Australia's striker did against.
Man, that goal was that dude was on a goddamn.
He should have even gotten a touch in the box, and it was like it was some Roadrunner shit, just like beep beep, through. So if you're the U.S. and you got Chris Richards, who killed it at center back last week, the concern with this team has been pace on defense. Pochettino plays a high line. You got a striker who can run past dudes like that. Australia will go, there's no space in midfield, fuck it. It's like we're playing 500, go deep, and just catch it and score. That is why I think this game, to me, right now, I'm not going to, over-under, I'm on the fence about, but for a draw at plus 330, I see that being the move. And it's not because we won't score, it's that we won't stop them from scoring, because 34-year-old Tim Ream is slower than me, slower than you. That is my biggest concern. If we had another center back with pace, maybe we get the win. And again, I'd love to be wrong, but that is a team that is going to invite the pressure. force a turnover. Both of their center backs are 6'6". You're not going to win any headers against small forwards playing center back for Australia. So that's my thought on the U.S. That's my thought on Group D. And also to the Turkish journalists that are shitting on the U.S. and Australia for calling it soccer. There's been all these, I'll send you some of the memes. It's insane. They're like, we're a better nation. We have superior blood, all this stuff. Well, your ass is down right now. And you were the one who's kind of nervous to pick against. Y'all showing your whole ass right now. So
you're watching. We have superior blood.
Some crazy shit, dude. Like
Jesus, I know a guy who said that back in the 1930s in Germany. Like, what the fuck? Come on, bro. Like, what? We have superior blood.
Wild stuff. Wild stuff. So, but yes, awesome for the U.S. on Friday. This Friday should be awesome. I hope I'm wrong. I'm going to have a good fucking time with you. It'll be 8,000 degrees at your establishment. I'm going to wear a swimsuit in that motherfucker. But,
turn the fucking fan on. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm going to bring my own. Bring your own AC. Booze is free.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. But yeah, it's going to be fun on Friday. Australia's much better than we thought, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. And I expect.
Yeah, they look sharp. But I'm concerned. Wait, no. USA. Oh no, they played in LA, so there's no time change. Same distance of travel and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and Australia was in Vancouver, so they're 2 hours up the road coming down to Seattle. So yeah, travel.
Okay, so it's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
All right. So what are you on for today then? Actually, I'll tell you what I'm on.
You do it first. I've done a lot of talking.
Well, no, I'm just throwing this shit at you.
Go for it.
Let me see. I took Belgium to score over a goal and a half. I took Iran to beat New Zealand, and I took Uruguay to score over a goal and a half.
I feel good. Uruguay, is that today? Oh, I'm looking at. I'm still on Friday.
Yeah, Uruguay. What the fuck?
Let me get
Saudi
back.
Arabia, Uruguay. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I was looking at the stuff for Friday. Yellow card for me for being a jackass. Goal and a half for Uruguay. I actually took my only place for today. I think fall in line with yours for the most part. Goal and a half for Belgium feels pretty good. Belgium being favored right now and across all the books majorly as you would expect. It's pretty much 5-1 for Egypt. I like the goal and a half for Belgium. I like the goal and a half for Uruguay. Iran will beat New Zealand, I feel like. And actually, the props, the only match outcome I bet today is the one I've now lost, which was Spain, Cape Verde. Or my philosophy for today, goal scorers. Because I got fucked results over the weekend. Yeah. So, like, the value right now in these, we're now at a part, though, where, like, because we're starting to see who teams are, and the disparity in some of these teams in the books for the next few days is pretty great. Looking for those props is the way. So today I said, let me liven it up a little bit. My dumbass did pick the over in the Spain-Cape Verde game because I thought they'd
yeah, I did too, first half.
They did not. Yeah. So I said 3.5 shouldn't be a problem. Well, it turns out it was. And so after that, for Egypt, Belgium, if I'm looking for goal scorers, I'm relatively familiar with an Egyptian goal scorer from some time watching him play club football. So blatant homer.
Mohammed.
But if you're going to give me plus 285 for Mo Salah to score, Egypt has 2 world-class strikers. Belgium has Thibaut Courtois, who has been a pain in my ass for the last 10 years. Honestly, in my opinion, probably the best goalie in the world. Belgium is old. But yeah, I think there's going to be goals in this. I like both teams to score in this one too. I haven't looked to see what it is right now.
I can pull it up right now.
And then
it is.
Well, sorry.
Oh no, I'm just looking up both teams to score.
Yeah,
where'd you go?
Forgot about that one.
I'll find it. Give me 1 second.
I got it at. I mean, it was pretty much. It was minus 105 when I got it earlier today.
That sounds right.
Yeah. So
because it's juice. No, yeah, they've got the over under is juiced to the under. So yeah, minus 105 for both teams to score sounds exactly right. You could probably find plus money somewhere if you shop around.
For sure. And Uruguay, Saudi Arabia, staying on the goal scorer front. I didn't intend to pick a former another former Liverpool guy, is right, even though he may be coming back to us. Darwin Núñez leads the line for Uruguay. Saudi Arabia coming in. I believe they had a manager change recently, so I'm a little. Also, just the talent disparity there is insane between those two.
Yeah, that's the part. They might be very, very disciplined, but that's all well and good. You got to have some talent too, guys.
You've got Valverde, Ugarte. I'm not going to do the soccer door thing, but there's a number of guys playing at big clubs, and my complete psychopath of a striker, Darwin Núñez, up front. They love to press. Saudi's ability to break that down. I got Núñez at plus 200 to score anytime. So nice. I threw a couple of units on that. And then for Iran, New Zealand, I love your pick of Iran there. The one I took was Taremi, who is the starting goal scorer for Iran, scored 14 goals for Inter Milan this year in Serie A. I got him at almost 2-1 to score as well. So those are
Okay.
my props for today. So
Nice.
after I turned my back on Japan yesterday and Ecuador let me down last night, I said I need to level set today. So I'm hoping my boys come through there.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's one of those things where the other, and I was going to ask you this, the looking goal scorers, I think, is the best market to look at, especially in this tournament, because you know who's getting the ball where. The
Yep.
other market is, I'm about to pull it up right here on Bovada, the corner market. And in that, if you think a team is supposed to, if you think there's going to be a lot of shots on goal, there's going to be a lot of corners. Yes.
In theory, yeah. I mean, I think that, like, case in point, if you watch the first half of that Spain Cabo Verde game, like, all the corners came from saves that Cabo Verde's goalkeeper was making. So
Yeah.
like, I think that depending on what a number is for corners in some of these more lopsided matchups, like as I'm looking towards, I don't like for today, for the remainder matches for Monday, I mean, maybe in the Uruguay Saudi match, maybe Iran New Zealand. But I think where you're going to see like larger talent disparities, like Iraq and Norway, I think that's where you'll like that match tomorrow. I think you'll start to see, because all these teams that are huge underdogs, and I put that now as like anywhere where you see like someone's like France, last I checked, was like minus 220 and Senegal was like plus 600. Like I'm probably like, maybe I take that number there if it's over 10. I don't know what that number would even be remotely set at, but yeah, that's definitely something to tinker with. And I mean, if it's like Austria and Jordan tomorrow night, I wouldn't mess with it. But if you're Argentina and Algeria tomorrow, where you know Argentina is going to pour forward, so will Algeria, it's going to be a lot of slow defenses catching up. So when you said corner, the thought I had is a guy on the wing cutting inside, trying to cross, somebody cuts it off, it goes out behind the goal. That's where it goes to the corner. And that usually happens because it's a slower defense trying to make up. Honestly, I'd bet that for the U.S. Australia game too, because both defenses.
I'm going to look at it once it, because that's my theory is more goals means more corners, more expected attempts on goal. Like I don't, if we could have one of DraftKings or FanDuel, the blue one and the crown one. If we could have those here in Georgia, we'd have so many more markets. But you know, alas, we've got what we've got. But the corner thing is something I'm going to look at just for soccer going forward. Not even just the World Cup, but it's just an opportunity, I think, to make some money. But what do you got the rest of you, or what are you on for the rest of the week? Let me go back to the rest of the not the rest of the week, but
let me run
the rest of the fucking week.
Tuesday, Wednesday, because that finishes up the entire first round. We will have seen everybody by then. And yeah, we do have some, like, we're finally starting to see some of the big names. If you've been sitting here going like, where's Messi? Where's Ronaldo? Where's England? Where's Mbappe? They are here now. They are coming. So
yeah, I was gonna say it's on the way.
It is. Yeah, it's here. You don't need to be patient anymore. Those matches are going to be taking place. We talked about today. If I'm looking through tomorrow, France, Senegal, that's the big game tomorrow. Let me get back into Bovada right now. When I saw it earlier, Senegal was getting a goal and a half.
Right now it's at +1.
Yeah, right now it's +1.
Plus money, but
I mean, I don't think so. Senegal beat France in 2002. That's what a lot of people have been referencing in a build up to this tournament. This is not the France team from 25 years ago, respectfully.
Like what?
Thierry Henry is not out there. He's on TV. Thierry's on TV with Zlatan not killing Alexi Lawless, and we all need to exercise the same restraint Thierry Henry is in our daily life, because Lord knows I would have some choice words for Alexi Lawless. But if we're talking,
most people do apparently.
I'm not a fan of the man. But France, Senegal tomorrow. So it's fun. It's fascinating you brought up the goal scorer thing, because when I looked at it earlier for individual goal scorers in that match, there were 10 French players listed before the first Senegalese player. 10.
Interesting.
That could potentially score over Sadio Mane or Nicholas Jackson as the other striker.
Holy crap! Yep.
So I'm like, honestly, I'm getting weird vibes from that. Am I brave enough to pick Senegal to win? No. I'll be completely honest with you. Like the Spain result now, I'm trying not to be a prisoner of the moment and just go, like, you and I both know this will come back to the middle in some capacity. Not everybody's going to be shitting the bed like Spain just did. I think the biggest potential for that could be Belgium this afternoon. I could see a draw tomorrow, but it's currently off the board on Bovada.
I've got it pulled up. It's +340.
Honestly, that's kind of where my gut is taking me. When I can lock it in, I'm going to lock it in. Iraq, Norway tomorrow. Iraq is being given 2 goals. I don't think that's enough, but +2 in soccer is huge. The one I did bet, Erling motherfucking Holland to score 2 goals or more. Everything is going to run through him. He is Norway. Norway is him. Yes, they have other players around him, but he is a tank.
God, Jesus, they're minus 550
for what?
The money line on Norway is just crazy.
Yeah. So that's where the only way to get value out of that is to say
you got to parlay it with something.
Yeah, parlay it, and if you're brave enough to say Holland's going to score more than once, that was the angle I found. I got it at like plus 300 or something, so put a few units on it, see what happens there. Argentina, Algeria. Algeria is getting a goal and a half. I might actually take that because, again, there's a big... Argentina's old. Messi's not going to be running. Everybody around him is going to be doing that running. This match tomorrow? I forgot. This is in Kansas City. It'll be hot as shit.
This is the one. This is one of the fucking... Yeah.
Yep. I definitely think if you're looking at a prop, like either our boy Julian Alvarez or Lautaro Martinez would be worth considering. I mean, Messi's even money.
You keep going up. Of course, that delivery shows up right now. Hang on, I'll be right back.
You're good. Do your thing. I will keep talking to myself. So we've got Martinez at plus 145. We've got Julian Alvarez at plus 160. For those who are familiar, we have hit on Julian Alvarez on this program before, betting on Atletico Madrid. Lautaro Martinez, baller for Milan. I like both of those. As you get further down the list, again, this is an interesting one. If you're looking for anytime goal scorers, there's not a single player. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, just like the France match, you have to get through 10 Argentinian players to get to somebody from Algeria, from Algeria, as far as a goal scorer goes. So for me in that one, I'm going to take the plus 1.5. I don't think that Argentina will cover that. After that, Austria, Jordan, no.
Yeah.
Again, there's like a 900-point differential in some of these games, even large of them. And if I knew more about goal scorers in that game, that might be the angle. And I love your corner idea. I think it's something we can I'll have the robots maybe look at how many corners we had on average for the first round of games, and then that'll influence bets from Thursday. But Austria, Jordan, I don't care. If you don't live in those countries, you shouldn't care. And then as we get to Wednesday, we finally finished up the group stages. Portugal is getting a goal and a half against Congo. I mean, on paper, that shouldn't be a thing. It should definitely happen. They're playing indoors in Houston, so there's not going to be any kind of heat issue there. I do find it comical we do the hydration breaks indoors, which they were.
Okay, good. I thought I was like, what? They're in a dome.
Because Jemima, if you're going to do something for one team, you have to
do it. Yeah, good for the goose, good for the gander. Yeah, I guess.
I think you're right. I think it's fucking stupid, but that's
goddamn. Like what?
Portugal, Congo, goal and a half. I mean, yeah, minus 115 there. Portugal minus 370 to win. I want to say on paper, Portugal should cover that goal and a half. Although, again, I'm gonna put it on my bet slip. I'm gonna revisit it tomorrow. Because I want to see if that line moves. England and Croatia. Croatia plus a half goal or a goal. There's a part of me that wants to be a shithead and just pick Croatia. My gut is saying draw or Croatia plus 1. I do think, again, both teams to score is going to look real good there, I think. England does have a decent defense. Harry Kane will find the back of the net. It'll probably be on a PK or something crazy, but I do think we will see goals in that game. Those teams seem to play each other in every single tournament. So
I was going to say, I've seen this before. I've seen this movie before.
Euros, they play in qualifying. Like, they're always playing one another. So my gut right now is saying Croatia plus the half goal or a goal. And if they win, great. I'm not quite there on them yet. Ghana and Panama, both teams plus money. If there's one that I'm interested in, I'm looking to see what his odds are now. Former West Ham man, whose name is now not showing up on the list, which is Mohamed Kudus, who is now at Tottenham. I'd love to see if I can get him to score a goal, but I cannot.
This is England.
No, this is Ghana and Panama. I've already moved on. Oh, my guy, Antoine Semenyo from Ghana. Yeah, that's your goal score. Plus 215. Okay. Balled out for Man City. Don't outthink the room there. And then we go to the last match of the group stage Wednesday night, which is going to be Uzbekistan and Colombia. Colombia minus 275 right now, minus 1.5 on the line. I'm going to look and see where, again, my goal scorer props are here. Luis Diaz plus 135. Don't outthink the room. Absolutely balled out for Bayern Munich. He is going to be the goal scorer there. I mean, these lines are the spreads are getting tasty enough. obviously to try to entice action. But when you're seeing 900 to 1,000 point differentials on winners, there's a reason
that's when it gets
yeah. So outside of the results that I've already lost on, I believe for the next few days, I will, and the matchups I've already identified in the previous video, I will be rocking with some goal scorer props, because that's where
I think that's the way. But there, if gun to head before, because group second round starts on the 18th, yeah,
Thursday. Yep.
All right, so let's say, what would you parlay? Money line, just straight parlay. For the games all the way through Wednesday. How many? What would you do
based on the ones I just added? And these are all for
not goal. I mean, goal scores. I'm talking about winners, results.
Oh, winners. Yeah, rock and roll. Yeah, let me get back. So if we're gonna go through now, if we're talking just straight winners, I'm not brave enough to pick Egypt. I'm taking Belgium over Egypt, Uruguay over Saudi Arabia, Iran over New Zealand. That finishes the group stage for Monday, June 15th. If you're looking winners for Tuesday, I want to be brave, but I'm going to go with France. They're going to make it tight, though. Norway is going to beat the doors off of Iraq. That I feel very confident about. Mm-hmm. Argentina will beat Algeria. Austria and Jordan, I'll say, is a draw just for shits and giggles. Leave it off completely. Portugal over Congo. Okay. Again, I picked a draw for Croatia, England, so I'm going to rock with that. Ghana over Panama, Colombia over Uzbekistan, and that finishes our group stage.
And Colombia, Uzbekistan, and then Ghana is going to make it juicy. Yeah. So 6 picks. I left off because we won't be able to have it out in time for people to even fuck with it. But
what's that?
Norway, Portugal, Colombia, Ghana, Argentina, France. 8-1. That is interesting.
Say that
what could possibly go? I'm putting it in.
Say that one more time. What are you taking to the window?
I'm fucking putting this fucking parlay in. Fuck it. I'm doing it right now on fucking air. Why the fuck not?
Yeah.
The World Cup. It's once every 4 years. Let's fucking do it. It's the goddamn World Cup. And I'll put a picture of this shit up on the goddamn
on the Instagram,
because it's, especially since I'm Mr. Anti-Parlay. All right, France. I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna get so much better odds on Novig too. Norway's 100 points less on Novig than Bovada. It's minus 450. It's minus 550 on Bovada. Argentina, we're taking Argentina. Yes. Argentina. Yeah. We're skipping Jordan, Austria. We're taking Portugal. Yes. England, Croatia, skip. Panama, Ghana. We're taking Ghana.
Taking the Black Cats. That's their
Black Cats.
I can make some shit up. Don't want people coming.
Black Cats, and then Colombia.
I know what a grill is, and Ghana is referred to as the Black Cats.
About the same. All right, it's about the same. So plus 8.5 to 1.
Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Fuck it.
All right. Well, that'll be posted up here quite a bit shortly.
I will also share on the grams my player props that I've locked in and a couple of the results that you mentioned as well. Because like the World Cup's for stupid. Like I've got a parlay right now that's 25-1. Fuck it. I'm not going to bet dumb money on it, but I'll put a couple bucks on it.
Why not? I mean, honestly, why not? Yeah. You know what? I'm always like, we are not sharp. We are not fucking Vegas runners for some syndicate. We are trying to make some fucking side money, and this is one way to do it. By the way, like and subscribe to the video. I'm going to try this on fucking Polymarket now instead, but tell me what you think. I'm really fascinated with this match on Friday with USA and Australia. And
the guy to watch in this match who's going to make all the difference. Like I said at the beginning, two defenses that are pretty similar in some regards. You've got strikers who can take the top off of defense. I worry about the US's ability. Like the home field advantage is real. We've never heard SoFi Stadium as we heard it on Friday night in that match. I didn't know that building could be that loud. The Lumen Field in Seattle where the Sounders play, they do this shit on the regular. So the players are going to be amped up. My biggest concern for Friday is just, I don't want us to get in front of our skis. I don't want the U.S. to I don't want there to be any kind of sense of complacency just because what U.S. Soccer gave us last Friday. In complete honesty, when it comes to the men's team, that's the best night of watching U.S. Soccer that I've ever had. And I'm sure most other people would say the same.
Yeah.
They looked good. They were fun. They had personality. They had flair. You want to see how that continue. If you're Pochettino and you were able to sub guys out the way that you are, I would expect you're going to have the same lineup. If you're Australia and you just beat Turkey, or however we pronounce it now,
Turkey,
Um,
yai.
yeah, that one. There you go. You got it. I don't expect either team to make changes. I expect them to go for it. I don't think like both teams to score. I feel like you can go ahead and take to the window now from a betting perspective.
Yeah.
2.5 is the U.S. can score 2 goals. I like just from
because they've got
like the ability to break people down, the quality differential there. Like Australia has 2 legit guys who will do all the heavy lifting. It's not just Christian Pulisic in this team now, and I'm not going to be that guy.
That's what
yeah. Like the guys who came off the bench to give people, I guess, a bit of perspective without going into names and clubs and shit. The guys who came off the bench who made a difference in this match on Friday started in the last World Cup of Christian Pulisic. They're on the bench now because there are better players in front of them.
That's a good thing. We never had depth like that.
We never had depth. And so, like, Gio Reyna in the last World Cup was supposed to be the guy who was going to create and do all this stuff. And when we were watching matches, it was like, it's going to be Pulisic and maybe Reyna, but we didn't know who else was going to be there. And Reyna ultimately did end up, like, playing because there was this weird thing with his dad and the coach, and fuck them both. They're all gone. But, like, there's depth in this team now. And the way they play, it's clear that Pochettino has said, when the ball goes here, it's no different than Phil Jackson's triangle offense. Like when the ball is this part of midfield, you can either go back or you can go forward. And whichever way it's going, the triangle, like that's all Pochettino is doing. But it seems clear now he's got these mini partnerships that he's built within the team, and guys are just feeding off of it. So, and actually, I have to say it, we were all sitting here going, what the fuck is Mauricio Pochettino doing before this tournament? Because they were not getting results. The team didn't look good. And man, you know what he was doing?
Tinkering.
He was tinkering. He was figuring out what's going to work, what isn't going to work. You know, 2 years in advance who you're playing. Try weird shit against Belgium. Try weird shit against Portugal. Play, like, fuck up against those teams that are better. And then when you get into the tournament, those boys were doing shit on Friday night I have never seen in my life. Malik Tillman had a play, I think it was in the first 15 minutes. It was a long ball into the box. And this motherfucker tried to backheel it in the air to set up a shot on goal. You've never seen anybody in the U.S. try to do that. Yeah. Like he was just like ball hit his heel and he was just trying to drop it back, just lay it off. I love the team's ability to think creative individually and collectively. But you're playing against a team in Australia that will sit there and absorb the punishment, and they will take it, and they will take it. And if you got big bodies in front of goal, your best bet is going to have to come on a fast fucking counter. The winner of this match on Friday will be whoever scores the most goals from a counter attack, because that's all Australia has, and we are built for that shit. And now, if we're forced, but not to be that nerd, if we're forcing turnovers in midfield, we've got them because we've got the ball further forward than they do. If we're forcing turnovers further down the field for them, they've got a lot further to go. That's how we beat Paraguay. Do I think the U.S. wins this match? I'm going to bet the draw because I'm a psychopath, and I think that what goes up must come down.
Yeah.
But I do think the U.S. can win this game. I asked them to score goals on Friday. I didn't know they would score 4. That was...
This is confusing as shit to me because I'm looking at the money that came in on Bet Online. Maybe I'll check Circa too and see if they did the same shit. But they're somehow it stayed the same. It's fucking Costa Rica, man. So they opened US minus 130 before they fucking played on Friday. So they put the lineup at 6:15 Thursday night at minus 130. By 9:30, it had moved 10 cents to minus 140. Now it's at minus 170. So somebody is hammering the USA to win this match. And I don't know if that is sharp. I don't know. I can't say if that's recreational, sharp money. I don't know what it is. But it's sharp, square, whatever. It's respected fucking money for Bet Online to move the line that much.
Right.
And that gives me trepidation, which makes me lean into your draw even more.
Yeah, it's the U.S.
Like that really makes me.
I want to even back up to something I just said a minute ago when you agreed with. Neither of us have seen in our lifetime what we saw Friday night. You and I have watched like 4 World Cups together. We've never had a fucking showing like that in a World Cup.
Not like that, no.
Are they really going to do it twice?
If they do, man, I'll tip my fucking cap.
No, for sure. But that's what I'm saying.
But this draw is worth a bet.
The draw is going to be the move and you know what? I hope I lose that $5. I want to lose that. Like, I believe that I will lose that $5. Make that a new thing.
I believe that I will lose. I believe that. Yeah, like, no. Listen, I'll pay to. That's one of those. That's a Cleveland Browns bet for me. I'll pay to fucking find out. I'll pay to be wrong.
I'm going to add it to this ridiculous parlay, which is now 111 to 1.
Let's go.
Yeah, but
let's fucking go.
I think to your point, heart says when the books say draw because of where the money is going, and I just don't. And honestly, I don't know enough about Australia. Like, are they going to be able to do this another game in a row? When I was talking to my friend from Australia earlier, she's like, we can't get our fucking heads around it either. So when you have two teams that are both confused of what just happened,
that screams draw and under.
That screams draw all fucking dude. Like under 2.5. This game's got 1-1 written all over it. 7
and that's why, because the way, especially with the draw today, the way that money was pouring in on Spain, you saw what happened.
Yep.
And then I listened to who was I listening to on either Thursday or Friday? It was Yanni the Greek from Wager Talk, and it was Saturday afternoon. He just gave caution. He said there's money coming in. The same thing we fucking said. There's money coming in on Brazil, like people already know the fucking score.
Yeah.
And look what happened with that one. Fucking draw.
Yep.
You know, like it's when the money is pouring in heavy on these teams like this, it gets nerve-wracking. Holy shit, I just saw something with France and Senegal.
What'd you see?
Hang on.
Share that and then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah. Senegal's money coming in on at Senegal's money. Senegal money is coming in at circa. Senegal money is coming. Let me see, make sure. Goddamn. Oh yeah. Yeah, fucking hey, that's a lot of Senegal money coming in on Pinnacle too. Yeah, Senegal money's coming in.
What does that mean? Break it down.
So the line opened up. Let's go with Pinnacle because they've got a long list of fucking Jesus Christ. So it was minus 200, minus 252 to start. So to win $10, you would have had to have bet $25.20.
Right.
For a book to move the line 10 cents, which would make it from 252 to 242. For them to move it down like that, they're not going to move it just on recreational money. They're going to move it on respected money. And there's been a little back and forth, and it got down as low as minus 219 at one point. And Senegal was 6-1, and it dropped down to almost 5-1 to win. So there's so much money, not so much money, but there's some seriously respected money coming in on Senegal to where instead of having to pay $25 to win $10 on France, you can pay $20 to win $10, which is not worth it. But Senegal, that's another draw.
Yeah,
that's another woof. This is tough.
Yeah,
this is not easy.
If there's one thing I've learned in attempting to do this with you, and you're years beyond me in this space, trying to figure out the soccer thing is fucking hard. Even with the shit I know, and
so much
data, there's so much and it's only going to get more complicated as these teams continue to travel. They play more games in extreme conditions because there's been a lot of temperatures haven't been so crazy in some of these locations at the beginning, and they're playing earlier in the day. Like, okay, we'll see where we are third match in the group stage, and you're playing in City or Miami, God forbid.
That Kansas City shit's gonna be tough.
That's gonna be brutal. So, all right. I don't want to talk about any more soccer because I want to go watch soccer. And
Belgium's about to start, so we better get to it, and I can get this clipped and out to the people.
Do you want to bring us home here, brother, so we can let everybody go enjoy the matches?
Yeah, man. I just, like I said, hang on, run through. I'm trying to pull up what I'm on for today. What are you on for the rest of the day? You said goal scorers, right?
Goal scorers through. I got Mo Salah to score for Egypt today. I got just forgot Darwin Núñez to score for Uruguay, and I've got the striker for what's their
Iran?
Name? Yes. What's his name? That'd be helpful if I could. I also have too many tabs open. I apologize, everybody.
No, I'm switching.
Taremi from Iran. I took him to score as well. Bovada, help me find my picks faster. Your user experience.
It takes forever. Yeah, the interfaces. Oh, you're on a laptop too. Yeah, interface is weird. All right, and so you're on those for goal scorers. I'm on Uruguay over 1.5 goals. Iran on the money line to beat New Zealand, and Belgium over 1.5 goals. That is it. That is all, guys. Do not bet what you can't afford to lose. If a bet makes you sweat, you're not doing it right.
Amen to that. Also, apparently the manager of Tunisia has already been fired after they lost last night. World Cup fucking comes for everybody. Guys, Thank you. We love you. Hey, again, very quickly as well, it's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. If you need something, say something. Holler at Jemiah, holler at me. We're in the shit to have fun. We got to look after one another. Let us know if you need anything. That's it, guys. Jemiah's going to hit you with a different video. Peace.
Peace out, guys. Love.